Even his ghost looks dead.
Even his ghost looks dead.
I thought you were dead.
Sun out of your eyes and be yourselves.
Heard you were dead.
She's dead, wrapped in plastic.
That man's dead back there.
It was worse than dead. Must be dead. Is this a dead man, Doctor?
Hey, everybody. You're listening to the Roast Mortem Podcast. I'm Tom Saltman. Oh, there's my boys. I'm Tom Saltman. That's Travis Lee. And we got Cody McCann over there.
Interrupting as usual.
I'm Travis Lee, by the way. That's me.
That's him. That's our wild boy.
Wild.
I'm Cody. I'm the Cody McCann.
Cody, can you do me a favor?
What's that?
Can you tell our listeners how you feel about Hawaii?
Hawaii? It's all right. I'm from there.
I'll give our listeners a little insight. Cody was born in Hawaii. He's got family in Hawaii. He does not like going to Hawaii. Guess where he was? He was in Hawaii.
Yeah, no, it's only a tropical paradise, but you're just like, fuck that.
That's like an 11-hour flight, man. No me gusta.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it.
It's terrible hanging out in a paradise for free.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's some fucking terrible spiders.
Just to get a head count,
Boars.
Travis, what do you think of Hawaii?
It's all right.
Okay.
It's a weird state.
All right, so we got one dislike, one it's okay, and one indifferent. Never been.
I've never been there.
So you're an indifferent.
I guess I'm indifferent then.
I've been there.
It seems weird. It's got the Union Jack on it in their flag.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah.
A lot of things
Like-
in that area have the Union Jack on their flag.
Yeah, but like you're part of America now.
They're just keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
Yeah, the last peoples to have a monarchy of these states,
In
I
the
believe.
States,
Yeah.
In the States, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it currently?
No.
But
It
they
was,
have like a royalty program.
Yeah,
right?
like before, like the monarch, like Queen Lydia, before she like handed it over to American statesmen,
Well-
she set up a bunch of royal schools for like. I learned this word kama aina, which means island born. So that's the term.
I hear they still have a king though.
Do they?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't.
It's a Hawaiian Punch guy.
Yeah, I don't know his
It's like,
name.
you know, he's got the fucking red dreads and he's surfing.
If you look at that nowadays, it looks like it was a hat.
I thought it was a hat. Yeah,
No.
now it looks like dreads.
Yeah, that was.
Because kids are fucking idiots.
They shouldn't have rebranded that one.
No.
Is that a rebrand, or is it just can we see clearly now with more?
I'd call that a
printing?
rebrand because you know if you have a certain line weight and you're just sticking to this little character and then all of a sudden he's 3D.
Yeah,
and he's
it's weird, and gross, and shit.
fucking 3D
Yeah, I don't
emoji movies and kids.
Hi, I'm TJ Miller. I won't be on your movie.
Alrighty,
So, who's on the slab today?
my turn. Who's on the slab? I told you guys earlier. His name was Joshua Norton.
You said his name?
Yes.
I don't know anything
Is
about
that your
Full
neighbor?
name. No, that's not my neighbor. Full name: Joshua Abraham Norton the First, Emperor of these United States of America and Protector of Mexico.
Oh.
He named himself the first?
No, it is a he.
I'm glad you picked up on that. He tacked on the first to his name.
What a
He was-
dick.
Yeah. You don't start bragging about that until you're like 3 or 4, I feel, right?
I mean,
'Cause 2, you're just junior.
I feel like
No one likes the way
Yeah.
Junior sounds, especially if you're like a grandpa.
I kind of want to go
Yeah.
by Travis Lee the First. Except if you do a Google search of my name, it's mainly just redneck felons.
Yeah. I've done it.
Yeah, and the baseball player, but mainly redneck felons.
What a bunch of assholes taking your name and destroying it. Anyway, tell us more.
I want you guys to just sit down and think. This is his full name, or his given full name to himself. I want you guys to just sit down and think. What does a level 99 village idiot look and sound and smell like?
I'm gonna assume he's missing from the knee down and at least one leg.
His fingers are covered in Cheetos dust.
He's got a beard on the back of his head.
He probably has some mysterious stains that are very questionable.
Questionable stance.
Yeah.
I like that. Well, we're about to dive into the tale of what I like to think of as the world's best professional village idiot, Joshua Norton. This boy was born around, records not great, born around circa, let's say, 1818.
Okay.
So he was born in England, Bournemouth, England. The
right.
English had, being like the colonials they are, the English had some like, we'll set you up to live in South Africa if you do this for the state, blah, blah, blah. And his family said yes. So they moved to South Africa.
Okay.
All right.
So England to South Africa. There in South Africa, his parents die by 1814, or sorry, 1848. His parents die.
Were they allergic to 1848? Did they get
Yeah.
mauled by a rhinocerosaurus?
They
with
got
a fucking-
too old.
I was just thinking, it's the
Oh, yeah.
1800s, so it's probably dysentery or like a rattlesnake.
It's
I do
probably
miss
I don't know.
dysentery.
Yeah.
I call it mesentery.
probably the
Tom, you
dysentery
wanna-
snake.
Next weekend, you want to try to get dysentery together?
Yeah, we'll just travel way down south.
I bet you
Eli
guys
poop.
couldn't get dysentery in a week.
Oh yeah, you can.
Oh yeah.
You just gotta go to the right places.
Tom's watching a dog that has worms. We'll
Tom-
just eat the poop.
That's true.
Get
God.
dysentery.
Oh god, yes.
Lord.
This is an excited worm-filled dog I'm watching.
So this emperor is in South
That's just his
Africa
name.
right now.
That's just his name. Yes, so like every mad scientist / village idiot isn't born, he's made. So these are kind of his wonder years of pre-madness.
I have a feeling I'm gonna like this guy.
You're
lot.
gonna
Yeah.
oh,
A lot of crazy people down.
Okay, so England, South Africa, parents died, got too old. When his parents died, his dad left him a little bit of a month's $40,000. Not too shabby. A little walking around.
That's
money.
a lot of money
Yeah,
back then.
especially back then. You
Yeah.
can do a thing.
You can get a whore for like a cent.
Yeah, good ones too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
classy
the
one.
classy
Premiums.
ones, yeah.
Have all their teeth.
Parents dead by 1848. Takes $40,000. Sails to San Francisco. I mean, he knows what he's doing.
Right, trying to get laid.
He's a tech bro.
Yeah, while he's there, he magics the 40,000 with good investments and proper, capitalist America to $250,000. So good on him.
yeah.
You got $250,000.
$250,000 after used his 40.
There was only
Okay.
like $2 million
Yeah,
worldwide
at the
then.
time,
So
and it
that's
was-
a lot of money.
and
I mean, you guys said he was an idiot. He's got $250,000 back in the
he's not
1800s.
there. We're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
Not
All right,
there
there's
yet.
a long
Different
way
type
to
of
go.
idiot. I
Long
think
way to go.
This is going to be like a Ben Carson idiot, right?
Like
Like one of those guys who's
yeah.
a brilliant surgeon,
We'll
but
see.
just can't fucking
Yeah.
figure out what pyramids
We'll
are.
see what happens. He's calling himself the American Emperor. Let's
see where we go with
let's-
this.
Let's see where it goes.
So, little international background here. December 1852, China, very, very, very severe famine. So, guess what gets embargoed to export to the U.S.?
Rice.
Nice. Rice.
Really?
Yes. Trying to be racist, but came in clutch. Yes,
just seem
rice.
smart. now.
God damn it! I was good. My second thing was the little pointy, like hats, like
Sun hats?
The sun
They're
hats.
little-
We're banning those.
They're little megaphone
We're starving.
hats.
We need to
Megaphone
ban the
hats.
hats.
Yep.
We could eat these hats,
Okay.
Delicious hat.
Oh my god. All right. So your boy Jay Nort hears of China halting the export of rice.
I was wondering who was going to say that.
I
first.
am. It's my fucker. I'm gonna say Jay Nort. That's
Okay.
my boy Jay Nort. So he's all in capitalistic mode right now, and he just learns, oh my god, China just said no rice to all of America, and he sees this as an opportunity. He goes around and he learns of a ship in the harbor, San Francisco harbor, called the Glide from Peru, and the Glide has aboard of it all of this Peruvian rice, which is just as good as the Chinese stuff.
I don't know about that.
I've never.
Continue.
Yeah, I've never seen any of those Peruvian rice fields. I've seen the Chinese ones.
Yeah, you ever have Peruvian sushi? It's a guinea pig.
Smoked guinea pig. I like that. I'll try that.
We don't even need to go to Peru. There's a pet store right around the corner.
Oh, let's wait for the Peru trip, boys.
All right, we'll follow up with that roast mortem people.
Put it on
If
the
you're listening to
calendar.
this one, send us an email.
All right.
Tell you
So
how it tastes.
to give you an idea of what's going on with these prices, so before China put this embargo up, rice was a very easy 4 cents a pound. After the embargo, rice went up to 36 cents a pound.
Holy smokes!
So nearly tenfold increase. 9 to be exact.
That's a lot of whores.
Yeah, 4 times 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
936. So, being the opportunity he went to the Glide, bought all the Peruvian rice on the Glide for 12 cents a pound.
Nice.
This is pretty
All
much
right.
all of his money, by the way.
They had that much rice? They had.
Is,
wait, how,
On one boat?
Hold on.
that's 100,000 pounds in
Hold
rice.
on. It was two.
No, more than that.
Yeah.
At least 100.
So it must be a
100,000
big
pounds.
boat. Little
100
junker.
tons. 100 tons of rice.
100 tons of rice.
It was for not his entire amount. I moved a decimal point. It was for $25,000.
All right.
which clocks in.
Phew.
Yeah, which
Whoa.
clocks in. Which good amount of money still.
My rice anxiety.
yeah,
He was probably swimming in it. He probably had like a little rice swimming pool. Like made rice pudding, swimming in the pudding. Yeah.
So buys the rice aboard the ship for 12 cents a pound, like all of it, and this is like $25,000 at the time.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah, so he's like doing the dirtbag eBay seller thing, like, oh, this new like limited release thing is
The NES Classic.
yeah, it's like,
You
let's
idiots.
put all of those
What
in
a
our
bunch
yeah.
of pieces of shit.
So he's pretty much trying to pull that game with the rice. Does not work. Does not work with the rice because other Peruvian ships come in with Peruvian rice. I don't know why he thought the Glide would be the only one.
He should have blew up all the other ones that came into the San Francisco Bay.
Yeah, you should have spent some money on cannonballs.
Yeah.
And rice went down to 4 cents a pound. So was at 3. China said no more rice. Went to 36, and then the flood of Peruvian rice comes back. He buys it at 12, and a flood of Peruvian rice pretty much normalizes the market back at 4.
So he saved everyone. He was a venture capitalist.
No,
No.
Botched it.
Yeah, he pretty much like just bought Confederate money, even though it was close to the Confederate. But like he pretty much just bought voided dollar bills.
Which is fine for everyone else.
I feel like
But the populace gets out on top. He did a favor.
yeah, I feel like because like the solar eclipse happened like a month ago, and everyone like I couldn't find any of those solar eclipse glasses. So it's almost like he went out and then like if he was nowadays, he'd like buy all the solar eclipse
Great
things,
analogy.
and then fucking didn't sell them all. I was like, what do I do with these fucking glasses where
Yeah,
people
like,
can't see
he
shit out of?
He screwed up the date of the eclipse.
Yeah, exactly.
Essentially being like the venture capitalist he is, he proceeds to litigate against the Glide, the ship that sold him the rice, stating that the rice wasn't up to the quality that they initially promised, which isn't the case because it was just a supply and demand thing. It had nothing to do with
Yeah,
the
he
quality.
fucked himself.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
royally fucked himself. So he pretty much used the remainder of his money.
This isn't.
in
Peru is not Home Depot. You can't just bring everything back. They're a country.
Yeah.
Leave them alone.
Leave
and
Peru
he pretty much
alone.
like lost the remainder of his fortune trying to sue it back with like this bupkis, like the quality was the rice was bad, Your Honor, and there didn't work.
Yeah,
So
fuck that.
He lost his initial
Motion
like,
denied.
yeah. So he lost his initial like stake in the rice, and then the remainder of his fortune.
I feel like the
Steak.
judge was
After
probably
that.
Uncle Ben.
Steak in the rice.
Stake in the rice.
Ha
That's
See
a
it.
good burrito. So this is where he becomes unhinged, losing all of his money in a crazy rice scheme. Of all places to lose money on a crazy rice scheme,
I'm really happy about this.
San Francisco.
The San Francisco treat.
rice.
Is that what that
Oh,
comes
I
from?
don't know, but I love it. It fits, right? It's like, oh, of course you lost all your money in a rice scheme.
Rice-A-Roni the
Yeah,
first.
you
I'm Rice-A-Roni Jackson the third.
Yes, so loses money. He's humiliated. First symptoms of village idiot start bleeding through.
Does he have a twitchy eye at this
Oh, I
point?
don't know if
Probably.
he's got a
He's
twitchy
probably
eye.
twitching all out in his eyes. Like my rice.
Gooping around.
Yeah, so takes it easy, puts his head down, slumps a bit, and then fall 1959. Comes out.
1959?
Sorry, 1859.
Okay.
Excuse me.
He's
Numbers.
an eternal emperor boy.
Yes.
Just
He
saying.
lives forever.
That's when Eisenhower was building them roads.
Yeah,
no
build-
need for a rice trade.
Build the roads out of rice.
Yeah, we just have corn now.
Corn in the
Just
restaurant.
corn.
Eat the roads. It's good for it. All right, he comes out 1859 swinging. Declares himself emperor of these United States. Does it with official written proclamation. And I would like to read that to you, boys.
Oh boy. Here we go.
All right. Get ready. Get ready. He uses some old-timey words that I might swing and miss with the
That's okay.
That's fine.
with the dialect.
oh.
Does he say Wallace?
No.
Wallace?
At the peremptory request and desire of large majority of the citizens of these United States, I, Joshua Norton, formerly of Algoa Bay, Cape of Good Hope, and now for the last 9 years and 10 months of San Francisco, California, declare and proclaim myself Emperor of these United States, and in the virtue and authority thereby invested in me, do hereby order and direct all the representatives of different states of the Union to assemble in Musical Hall of this city, San Francisco, on the first day of February next, and there to make such alterations in existing laws of the Union as may ameliorate the evils under which the country is laboring, thereby cause confidence to exist both at home and abroad in our stability and integrity. Joshua the First, Emperor of the United States.
Did he do that with his pants on or off?
I don't know. Does not say.
Now, if he was running, I would vote for this fucking idiot.
Ugh.
I would so vote for him.
Joshua the
This
First.
guy knows what the fuck he wants.
Rice.
He wants rice. He wants a San Francisco treat.
Ugh. There it goes. So pretty much comes out of nowhere swinging with this official looking decree. Like, whoa, where'd you get that, you crazy man?
I rule you now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm from England,
in San
and I'm
Francisco.
taking it back.
So he pretty much throws this up. Everyone's hooting, hollering, laughing at him because this is funny, guys. Because in the same proclamation where he called himself the emperor, he signed it as the emperor. You know what I mean? So it's mine now. This is my title.
Did he just sign the emperor and not leave his actual name?
It says Norton. It looks super presumptuous because it says Norton I, which is the first for Roman numerals.
Roman numerals.
Yeah, so Norton I.
Norton I.
Norton
There
the
will be
first.
more of me, but I'm the best one.
My lineage will be pure. White rice.
Tell me which way to San Francisco. I must go there and barter for rice.
And the San Francisco Bulletin takes this proclamation, throws it up on their, paper. Everyone has a great time. They ask this crazy village idiot, like, anything to add? He's like, yes, I'm also the protector of Mexico. And then that's how he gets his full title, Joshua Abraham Norton the First, Emperor of these United States and Protector of Mexico.
He's the protector of Mexico.
Yes, the protector of Mexico. So they asked him
the same way Trump's doing currently. He's building a protective wall for
Protecting.
everybody's benefit.
protecting Mexico.
Build my wall.
So I love this. He is like, anything else, crazy man? He's like, yeah. And then he says something else, which is perfect.
What, was Mexico independent by then?
I don't know,
Yeah,
but he's
it
like,
might have been.
he's having a great time.
Because then he would be claiming that he's like the emperor of Spain as well.
Yeah, I would assume.
Expanding his empire.
Okay, so his first thing is he pretty much
Oh, Tom's getting excited over there, trying to make a manmosa. It's exploding.
Exploding Man Mosa.
Tom, did you make that mess on the carpet?
I sure did.
Don't you like rub your nose in it like you're a cat?
Yeah, rub my nose in it.
Oh.
I don't know.
We done here, boys.
Moving on. What about these
back
boys?
back to the boys.
Back to the show.
All right,
Young
so
Jay Norton.
this is America's, or let's just say, the Western Seaboard's first dosage of Joshua Norton. So he throws up this proclamation, pretty much calling out Congress. Show up to my city. I'm the emperor. You show up to my city. Sit down in this public place and do your jobs. Congress does not show up. And
Of course they didn't.
Congress does not show up.
But I bought all these chips.
And your boy Joshua sends a secondary proclamation asking the army to deliberately remove forcibly all the members from Congress. And the army doesn't show up.
I don't blame them. I'm still voting for this guy, but I don't blame them.
And then Joshua realizes the U.S. government does not care about him. And then he realizes the U.S. government doesn't care about me. I'm just going to do things until somebody tells me no, which apparently I've found out people just ignore me.
So he's gonna start raising his army, right? No.
He's a benevolent ruler.
He's a benevolent ruler
of these Americas / village idiot.
Okay. I was waiting for his army of monkeys that he took from South Africa.
I mean, you're using his term "village idiot," but he's like the first country idiot. I've heard of.
City idiot of San Francisco. Oh yeah, you could expand it.
Well,
to...
he's asking Congress to come by.
Yeah.
That's not just San Francisco.
Hold on,
That's
hold
a lot of
on,
states.
hold on, Tom. There's probably a bunch of dumb idiots around the turn.
This guy's particularly
This
cool.
guy's particular. I don't think there's been any emperors.
He's got the widest circumference of all idiots.
He's wrapping his dick around these 30 states of America.
Yeah, we have this
Whatever how many there are.
Hawaii's not in there, right?
Nah,
Hawaii
Thank
is-
God. Let's
yeah.
go back then.
I don't know.
You got free rice.
Free rice.
Do you guys take PayPal?
All right. Once he realizes, like, oh, I'm unchecked, no one's gonna stop me. He makes these very, one would almost say, childish moves to make his country get along and like be more friendly with one another. You know what I mean? He, for one, abolishes the Democratic and Republican parties just outright. You know what I mean? He's like, no more arguing amongst this shit. Like
He does it.
Yeah, he does
does
like
that.
no more Democrats and
Right.
Republicans. Yeah, so he does that, and he also notices there's a bit of religious fraying going on. So he,
Also, weren't the Mormons getting fucked at this time?
yeah, I don't know too much about how those
Yeah.
like weave in
Yeah.
here.
It was like 1850s.
Yeah, around there.
Because they,
yeah.
Somewhere
they
around
had
there.
a big part of the country, and it got reduced down to Utah, like, over time.
Yeah,
The
well-
government just kept chipping away as they found gold, right?
Yeah.
So
John
that's this
Smith.
time, right? It's like 1850s.
Yeah, it's about
They had this like mass exodus from like upstate New York to Utah. Well, I think it was 1850.
I don't
But
know if
anyway.
that has
Yeah.
anything to do with it. Just threw it out there.
I mean,
a little history. That's
yeah.
why you listen to this program.
Yeah.
It's a parallel in time, of course. It's pertinent. So that's happening. Joshua Norton is realizing the people around him are suffering like some kind of religious fraying at the threads, if you will. So he just straight up asked the Roman Catholic Church and the Protestant Church to publicly ordain him as emperor. You know what I mean? Just so people, there's no,
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking
there's
about. Why not?
no.
Yeah, just like, hey guys, it'd be really cool if you just came out and said that I was an
Excuse
emperor.
me, gentlemen.
Both of you
I have
publicly.
many pounds of rice I'd like to trade for your word.
So he does this. He also works in some silly fucking personal things into his decrees. Here's one. He didn't like the word Frisco as a contraction of San Francisco.
Oh.
Frisco.
Yeah. Whoever, after due and proper warning, shall be heard to utter the abominable word Frisco, which has no linguistic or other warrant, shall be deemed guilty of high misdemeanor and pay into the imperial treasury as penalty of the sum of $25. So if this
Wow.
guy heard you say Frisco, you owed him $25.
He didn't get the Constitution. Free speech, amigo.
The first speech.
I think he just wanted some extra money.
This
Probably
is-
a lot of people
this is
going,
Norton's America.
going out. Hey, we're going out to Frisco. Going to look for some gold.
That'll
Give me
be
25 bucks. 25 bucks. That's me. Give me 25.
Wait, okay, so he's out west, but keep in mind, he's British. So
Oh yeah, this is
that's your impression.
well, he's been there for 9 years.
I'll take
He looks like-
25 quid.
John C. Riley.
Oh no, Tom, you got to take a look at this.
Yeah.
He is not having. He does not have a.
That's what he looks like.
Everyone right now, just Google this guy's name, Emperor Norton, and tell me if he has a British accent. That's a boy. You gonna get
Yeah.
The website's not up yet. We'll put anything we reference like this will be on the site.
Yeah.
Next to, the link.
Or you could Google it.
No, don't even. Visit our website. We're trying to monetize as soon as possible.
All the
I'm
money.
shameless.
Give me the money.
I'm not doing this because I care about podcasts.
They're
I'm
dead
doing this-
people.
Yeah.
We gotta buy
Just 'cause
more.
I would talk shit about people and get paid for it.
We need to buy more rice
And
at a good low price.
I'm a little drunk today.
Oh,
Delicious.
I'm not being as professional. I hope none of you listeners mind. Just let me tickle all your ears with a little bit of this stuff. Here's my man Cody McCann. Lay it down with some Jane Hort.
All right, so you might be asking, what do Emperor of America do? You know what I mean?
emporize.
Emporize. I'm gonna emporize all over your face.
It's the Boardwalk Empire.
Joshua
Never seen
Norton.
the show.
Spent his days very stylish. He had an elaborate blue uniform with gold-plated epaulets.
Epaulette.
The shiny,
Yeah, the
shiny shoulder.
It's a
things.
uniform. Was he in uniform with anyone else, or was it more of like an
No, it's
outfit?
an emperor, so you got the one.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
there's one.
It's
on
just
top.
one. So it's an outfit.
Yeah, so he had a blue uniform, gold-plated epaulets. Guess where he got that from?
China.
He got that from
Peru.
the Presidio army post. So there was just a base, like the cut of this village idiot's jib, and gave him a uniform to just have, and we're like, this guy's great, give him a uniform. And they try it on.
I'm just picturing two soldiers like standing on guard, and this fucking guy's like, "I'm an emperor. I could give you rice." And he's like, "Keep talking, buddy. We're gonna give you a uniform.
Yeah, they
you're gonna be a big boy."
Keep this coming. I'll give
Gave
you
him a uniform by the boys at the Presidio Army Post. Joshua Norton took it upon himself to get a little fancy with it, augmented the uniform with a beaver hat, peacock feather in the beaver hat, and a rosette on the brooch.
Beaver was so Ann.
It was him.
And it was pretty hard to catch him without
beaver.
a cane or umbrella. Beaver hat, peacock, blue uniform, umbrella. This is Joshua Norton.
Wow.
Emperor
Hard
of
time
America.
walking, hates getting wet.
Oh, yeah. Here's where the magic starts to work.
I thought we were in the thick
No,
of it.
no.
I love this guy.
He's
This is a
getting,
great
he's getting
dude.
better. He's getting better.
This fucking idiot.
So, restaurateurs and local businesses of San Francisco would often receive these. Once Joshua would dine there, he would say his thanks in a very regal and imperial way. He would hand out decrees like, "Thank you for the fabulous meal, Joshua Norton the First, Emperor." You know what I mean? He would send out decrees like that. And the restaurateurs would love that because they just put it up, you know what I mean? And it would be a huge boom for their business.
The Emperor ate here, and he said
Yeah,
it.
like an emperor.
Three
Yeah.
Michelin stars.
He
Exactly.
only killed 3 beavers at the table.
Exactly. So it would just say, like, by decree of Emperor Norton, seal of approval, you know what I mean?
Fancy.
And
It's one thing to get a nice tip, but when you get the Emperor's decree,
exactly.
come
And then
on in here and suck down the royalty soup.
It pretty much, like, went that route and expanded into, like, you know, the theater scene, too. So this guy was eating, drinking, and seeing plays on the free just because the establishments were hip to his regal vibe.
All right, guys, we gotta end the podcast here because we're all gonna become emperors.
Yeah, we're all going to break and just become emperors.
Because that sounds pretty badass. I want to eat for free.
Tune in next week because you have to.
I declare you must watch the podcast.
Theaters and
Listen to it.
Listen to it. Theaters and establishments like so would have balcony seats for Norton, even though if he didn't even say he was showing up to that one. It's like, oh, these are Norton seats. Don't sit there.
This one's gonna fall.
One downside is he would occasionally try to bring in stray dogs to share the meal with. Like my friend needs. Friend needs.
This is my advisor, Winston. He will be accompanied for dinner. Please don't serve him rare meat. He gets very violent.
He's my service politician.
Yeah, so
The
he
defense
was, He was
minister.
a bit of a mess, but an accepted mess because he was funny. I like this. He's professional. 1867, rookie policeman named Armand Barbier arrested someone under the clause of vagrancy and tried to post this man, like pretty much like make this man go to a mental hospital because he was just being a vagrant. This is our boy Joshua Norton, that this rookie
The Emperor himself in the
rookie
streets?
officer tried to arrest the emperor for vagrancy and senility and being a crazed berserk man.
You fool! Where do you think his rice comes from?
Do you think rice grows on trees? No, boy.
It's patties.
It comes from stray dogs that dine with me, that sup with me.
That just reminded me of the dog's worms I gotta deal with.
Oh no. Ugh.
Yay. So the police chief, Patrick Crawley, immediately sees Joshua locked up, and he's like, what are you doing? Get him out of there. That's the emperor. So he made the rookie release the emperor and then apologize to the emperor for ever having
That's
picked him up off of his beat.
I'm sorry I removed you from your luxury suite, sir.
Crowley, the police chief, wrote that Joshua had shed no blood, robbed no one, and despoiled no country, which made him more than that can be said of any of his fellows in that line. So essentially the chief was like, he's a village idiot, but he's ours and he plays by the rules. Let him out and be
A
the
lot
village
of air
idiot.
quotes. here.
Yeah.
He's the Emperor, and he leaves people alone.
Yeah. So as Norton is leaving, he magnanimously grants the arresting officer a pardon. It's okay.
Thank you, you're pardoned.
Good job. Don't do it again.
Please. The 1870 census of the U.S. lists Joshua Norton as 50 years old, residing at 64 Commercial Street as an emperor. Emporer.
You misspelled it on the
Emperor.
I wonder what the Commercial Street looked like. Was he
Yeah.
living in a manor, a squat? I don't
Probably.
know.
I think it says here a boarding house.
Oh, a boarding. Perfect.
And there's
Perfect.
a footnote in not his handwriting that says occupant is insane. Here's where Norton, like, I already thought Norton was a genius, but here's where he just takes it off of, like, oh my god, like, why didn't I think of that? He took it upon himself since, I think, 57 to print 300 of his own dollars every year.
That's the entire economy. Oh, every year.
Yeah, every year,
Oh,
just
wow.
printing $300. His denominations range between a 50-cent bill, which is weird, to a $10 bill, which is
Pretty normal.
good chunk in those days.
Back then, that was rent.
So yeah, he's literally handing out his like own money to people, and they're taking it at the restaurants that were giving him free food and tables
So
anyway.
they're getting something out of
Yeah. Like,
Oh my
they're-
god, I
they're-
can't imagine being like a waiter or waitress at his local restaurant. Like, oh, here comes the emperor again.
Yeah.
Not getting a fucking tip. We're
Oh,
getting
no,
fucking
no.
Jeffrey dollar.
No, they'd take
It's like
it.
a little kid who's got a drawing you did in school. It's just like, Dad, you're gonna like this one.
It looks good. It
Ah,
looks pretty good.
It does look alright.
It's handwritten in.
Handwritten.
It's got a handwritten signature
He
and
paid
number.
someone 50,
It says-
50 pounds of rice to do that.
So it says the imperial government of Norton.
Norton I.
Norton the first.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, so we're looking at a print
With
of
a bill.
these dollars right now. I think this is a 50-cent piece.
He's got his coonskin hat on in the picture, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty official looking for just being a crazy man. Yeah, he printed up like $300 of these every year and handed them out to like settle debts, but it's just like, imagine just getting, like, some people would like getting handed these, like, ooh, collectible, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, Salvador Dali used to do the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's
When
all.
he had no money in his checking account, he would go places and write a check for his bill, and he would draw on the check, and people would be like, "Oh, it's a Dali original."
yeah,
And
it's
he
worth
would-
more
There you
than
go.
a check.
Exactly.
I mean, that's pretty much what how Walmart pays its employees. They give them Walmart bucks.
Yeah. Then they tell through the government
You can spend this at Walmart.
food stamps. Oh, God
Yeah.
damn it!
Oh, the Waltons.
I'm
San Francisco.
So upset.
San Francisco Board of Supervisors one day noticed his uniform was looking shabby. So they used taxpayer money to buy him pretty much a standing wardrobe that would be essentially a never-ending supply of fancy play clothes this man could do his regal duties in.
That's amazing.
So the city is all about this dude.
Yes, this more. So many people are just like loving this guy because he's the literal beloved village idiot.
Now San Francisco has too many of these village
Yeah,
idiots.
yeah. There might be
Now they're
yeah.
overrun by
The
it.
Supply
first one's
problem.
fun.
The first one's hilarious.
You can't
Cute, but now, wow.
Hate Ashbury, bro. Mad Tech.
Dude, Mission Burrito, bro.
I want you to keep in mind, Joshua Norton, friends with the Army, the local police force, the board of directors with San Francisco, and everyone's like yes-manning him and to be like, yeah, Emperor, yeah.
I'm sure when you say friends, it's like he doesn't
Oh, they
know.
loved him. They
he
gave
doesn't
him
know
stuff.
anyone by name. He just walks up.
Yeah,
"Good
yeah,
day,
yeah.
sir."
Yeah, it's like the Truman Show on him.
Right.
And it
That
works
is
because
pretty
he's
cool,
silly.
Actually. Maybe I will do that sometime.
Oh.
Did he have like a saber?
Oh,
Did he
yeah.
walk around with a saber?
Yeah, just was walking around with Saber Boys.
Awesome.
It was reportedly slightly beaten up, but
Very bent.
yeah.
Oh yeah, there he is with his little peacock hat, feathered
What
in
was
the
it,
hat.
it was only 1 in 10 stray dogs he actually liked.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Time of death. January 8th, 1880. Norton had a stroke on this corner of California Street and DuPont Street in front of Old St. Mary's Church on the way to a lecture. I guess he gave lectures?
Oh shit.
His collapse was immediately noticed by a police officer on the beat, and that police officer hastily escorted him.
Norton! Norton!
My emperor!
Norton down!
Did the police officer commit seppuku?
No.
I'm my emperor!
No.
Ooh!
Buried his unaburied.
No.
Yeah!
Yeah. He's stroked out, boys.
Stroke.
He's on the floor.
He's stroked gold!
Just having a stroke in public. It's a no-no.
Yeah, you don't want to be caught doing that.
No.
Unfortunately, Joshua Norton, DOA, didn't even make it to the hospital.
Ah.
So there's a few funny things.
Did some of his dogs take a nibble out of him?
I don't think he owned any of the
What are you
dogs.
talking about stray dogs?
Yeah, he just took them in. He's like, this one needs a bite, and
They were his counsel.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know.
What do you say, Bartholomew?
Yeah, so he just had a public little stroke, died in the rain. A lot of people upset they lost their village idiot. I think it was the San Francisco Chronicle wrote "La Roi est mort," aka "The King is dead" in Latin, and went on to say, "On the reeking pavement in the darkness of a moonless night, under the dripping rain, Norton the First, by grace of God, Emperor of the United States and Protector of Mexico, departed this life."
He died from rice poisoning.
Yeah, or rice deficiency or something to that effect.
You said it was raining. I think he just kind of got a little bit too clean.
Yeah,
Had a stroke.
found him
It's like
too
all
clean.
of my age is coming off. My skin.
Yeah,
My
his guts,
olfactory
his guts and gizzards were held together by dirt.
I'm not shocked. They found out he had like $6.50 to his name. I'm not shocked. Are you?
$6.50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
No,
surprised.
like some people are like, oh my god, the emperor only had less than $10 to his name, and
I'm surprised he had
I thought
$6.50.
that's much higher than I thought he would
he's
have.
doing good, man.
He could probably get 3 whores.
Yeah. 3 nice whores.
Yeah. So
And back then, just right there in the street. Didn't matter.
being
history.
Almost beer out of the nose.
Yeah.
Almost.
being someone that died, in public view with like transient home. He had a pauper's coffin arranged for his funeral. But however, the gentleman of the Pacific Club, San Francisco Association, was just like, nah, son, shove him in this. They ponied up for it says here, rosewood casket arranged for
That's
a
an interesting-
suitable, dignified farewell.
Interesting phrasing for burlap sack.
This guy was liked. So,
I like him.
slightly more idiot still, going through his personal effects, there was discovered telegrams that he has faked as being famous people writing to him.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to start doing that myself.
So one
Dear
of the,
Tom, love you so much. You're so talented. I hope everything in your life is beautiful. Sincerely, Johnny Depp.
there was one telegram coming from Alexander II, Emperor of Russia, congratulating Norton on his marriage to Queen Victoria.
That one was real.
Yeah, that was a real one. That was a real
It's like,
one.
oh, look at the marrying Queen Victoria.
Look at that Victorian
So, like, there's-
vagina.
Janie Victoria.
There she is, my lady wife. I'm from Britain.
I'm from
My
Britain.
parents died in South Africa. Now I own San Francisco with rice treats.
Not rice, just rice treats.
So is my recap.
And it says here, paying their respects were members of all classes from capitalist to the pauper, the clergyman to the pickpocket, well-dressed ladies, and those whose garb and bearing hinted of the social outcast. A lot of people showed up when they stuck this guy in the ground.
The key people, well-dressed ladies.
Well-dressed
My ladies.
My lady, Queen Victoria, will be at my funeral.
Seaweed is in.
So this guy died.
Yeah, that's your crazy professional village idiot, Joshua Norton.
Okay, so I like this guy.
Yeah.
That's a problem. I commend him for his.
Oh yeah, he flied the freak flag until other people started flying his freak flag.
Oh, yeah.
Now, see, I wouldn't want to experience this guy firsthand because we have people like this in Huntington. We broadcast from Huntington, New York.
It's nice.
It's okay.
It's all right.
Bullshit people.
We are those.
Should we break him down? We'll tell him a little bit out.
Crazies here.
We'll tell him a little bit out. I'm going to give you one example. This guy, Stormin' Norman, rides around on a tricycle, likes to look at young men's biceps.
That's exactly who I was thinking of.
He could be this guy nowadays. If he had, he doesn't have the drive though. He doesn't have the drive.
Norman's the emperor of strength.
Yes.
Solely strength.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
I have a hard time with it because he tries to touch me often.
Oh boy.
It's hard.
Back to Village Idiot. I feel like I would want this. I would like to be the best something. Village Idiot is definitely one of those things. This guy was taken care of.
Oh, you can't beat it.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I can't describe how much I want this, just to be like, can I be a silly man that is taken care of by the military, the police, local businesses, and everyone loved him, and they took his money. He just printed money. He's like, oh, this is a $50 bill, and he'd give it to you. And you'd be like,
Good news, everyone! I have money for you.
So
wild.
So, I mean, obviously San Francisco loved this dude. I mean, San Francisco back in the day in the 1800s was just like fucking no man's land.
A little crazy.
A little crazy.
A little lawless.
A little crazy. A little lawless.
Well, the apartments were a lot cheaper.
Yeah. but the U.S. government obviously was like, fuck this dude. Like, whatever. He's getting all these demands. But what did you find anything about what Mexico had to say about being the protector of Mexico?
I don't know where that came from.
It was kind of him to offer protection.
Yeah, it was nice.
I don't know
nice
where that
of
came
him.
from. It's out of like left field.
He wasn't like, all right, I'll protect you, but I'm going to need a few 100,000 pounds of maize.
Give me about 2 billion pesos.
Arroz. I don't know how he, like, they pretty much asked him, like, anything more crazy, man? And he was like, yeah, I protect Mexico, too.
From Canada.
I am the America protecting the Mexico from Canada.
Canada was mean back then because it was only bears.
Yeah, well, there's no love for Canada. If he might have said, like, and I'm also the lover of Canada, then maybe he could have got in on fucking Queen Victoria.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yeah. Well, we don't actually know that he didn't.
He might have.
You can't disprove that. He's saying it, and we don't have any proof of it.
We don't know.
Where do you think this guy would be right now? I know he said Stormin' Norman.
I think he would be...
but he's so successful. He'd be where would he be?
He'd be Richard Branson. Because people believe things more now. If you walk into a room saying you're fucking howdy-towdy, you got $1 billion in the bank, you're great investing, people love that shit.
I
So
don't.
you make money now.
I don't know.
Richard Branson, that's what he would be doing.
I personally think that he would be one of the many hobos that San Francisco has.
But he's good at it. He's good at it.
He is good at it. No, don't get me wrong. This guy's a pro hobo. It's Norton's pro hobo skater.
Oh, I like that.
He's like, I'm the one who got 7 teeth. Bop.
You remember the Tony Hawk? I think it was like 3 where you had to ollie the hobos.
Yeah.
Now you have to ollie the pro skaters.
And they give you $50
Yeah.
for it too. Like, I'm homeless.
I mean,
here's $50.
maybe he'd be a little bit above it. I
Do a
think
kickflip over 17 Rodney Mullins in this alley.
He'd be like probably like one of the guys on a freeway dressed up funny trying to hand you a pamphlet. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
he'd be
Trash people.
Yeah, no, he'd be an active crazy person. You know?
Like
what I mean?
I feel like he'd probably be discovered. Some fucking tech bro guy would probably see him in the street and like make a YouTube video about him, and he'd be a famous hobo. But he'd still be a hobo because they're not giving him any money.
There was this guy in Williamsburg. I used to hang out there pretty often. There was this one guy who used to stand by my friend's apartment all the time, and he would just yell Bible verses. I feel like kind of like that.
Oh, he did something like that.
But less Bible-y, more
Crazy.
During San Francisco, like some like slight anti-Chinese sentiments going around. When those riots would break out, Joshua Norton would jump in between the Chinese and the anti-Chinese group, put his head down, and just start firing off Lord's prayers. Apparently that worked.
and reminding people of their shared love of rice.
Yeah.
Everyone loves rice.
So he's able to
It's a San Francisco treat.
able to diffuse some racial hostilities with quick thinking.
Good for him.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's nice. Good note to end on. I like that.
Overall, this idiot gets like a 5 on my scale.
Of your scale of what to 10?
So 10.
It's 1 of 10, yeah. Total idiot.
I'll take it.
Seems well-intentioned. Out of his fucking mind.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Love it. But it worked though.
Yeah.
That's why I love it.
I
I'm
like
like
this
pinch his
guy.
cheeks.
He's great.
Yeah, it says here there's like a bridge in San Francisco, Oakland Bay, that's trying to be named after this gentleman because he originally stated this crazy claim, like, we need a bridge from Oakland to San Francisco. And, after he's dead and gone, they made it, and people want to name this bridge after him.
So if you're from San Francisco, vote yes to Norton the First.
Even though he's
Bridge.
dead, going for his second posthumous...
He's been dead for, 170 years now?
yeah, let's say that. 1880.
I'm not doing math.
Yeah, he's been dead for a long time.
1880, yeah, nearly 200.
Even his ghost looks dead.
All right, man. That's the dead-looking ghost. That's decrepit as fuck.
Well, you know, sometimes you get those ghosts and they look like regular people, but sometimes you get them and they're all spooky and their faces rotten.
They do get spooky.
You get spooked.
Thank you for bringing that in.
No problem. Love you.
Listeners, let us know what you think. If we have a website, we're having a website.
We're gonna have a website at some point.
Yeah.
It's gonna be at geocities.com.
No, never.
There's gonna be some sparkly gifts.
Yes.
Little sparkly gifts.
Little
Shut up.
sparklins.
Plug the Twitters.
All right, I'm at Saunched, SAUNTCHT. That's Tom Saltman at Saunched.
And I'm Travis, and I'm at Travis Legion, TravisLeegion.
Need that extra E.
Need that extra E, or else I don't know who you're messaging. Probably an idiot. Maybe this guy.
Probably someone with your exact same name.
Yeah, probably.
I am Cody McCann, at Cody McCann on Twitter, CODYMCCANN. Checks out. Got my name right.
Just fine.
And there's the Roast Morning Podcast.
Thank you for tuning in, everyone.
Yeah.
We'll fuck with you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.